All right, so we will do the operators. So the first thing that we need to do is to create a directory called operators. And then in this directory, we'll have two files, index.html and then app.javascript or app.js. Now we'll start with arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators are used to perform basic mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division as well. I think let me just. All right, so the arithmetic operators, we have addition that will be able to add two numbers, and then the subtraction that will be able to subtract the second number from the first, and then multiplication that multiplies two numbers, and then division, it divides the first number by the second, and then modulus returns the remainder of a division, and increment increases a variable value by one, and then decrement decreases a variable's value by one as well. All right, let's see if we can do a couple of examples. Let's say we've got two values, a and b. Or rather, let's say a is 5 and then b is 5. Okay, let's make it 10 rather. Now, let's say we want to add two numbers. We can just say a plus b. So this should give us 15. Then you can actually see that it's giving us 15. So that is addition. And then let's say we wanted to know the difference, then we can just say let difference a minus b. That should give us 5. So there's 10 minus 5. And then let's say we want to multiply. So it should give us 50. And then let's say maybe we want to divide. So for division we use a forward slash, and for multiplication we use an asterisk. So they should actually give us let me just put this down. They should give us 2 if we divide it 10 divided by 5. So it should give us 2. Then we have a modulus. A modulus is a remainder. What will be the remainder? Remainder. So we use a percentage to get a remainder. So the remainder, how many times does 5 goes to 10? It's 2 times, but then there's no remainder. So that means our remainder is going to be 0. We're getting 0 here. Then increment. So if we increment a, that becomes 11, and then if we decrease b, that becomes 4. So if we log both, so log a and b, and then you'll see that each a will be incremented by 1, will be increased by 1, and then B will be decreased by 1. Now the second group that we have is the assignment operator. Now the assignment operators are used to assign values to variables. So the basic assignment operator is that equal sign. All right, but there are other compound assignment operators that combine the assignment with another operation, which assigns the right operand to the left operand. And then the second one is the add and assign. Now with add and assign, it adds the right operand to the left operand and assigns the result to the left operand. Then you have multiply and assign, that will multiply the left operand to by the right operand and assigns the result to the left operand. Then we also have divide and assign. So it divides the left operand by the right operand and assigns the result to the left operand. Then we have modulus and assign. It takes the modulus of the left operand by the right operand and assigns the result to the left operand. For example, we can say let x be 10, and then if we were to assign, then we will just say x is 5. So that means that now x is 5. So if we were to add and assign, then we can say x plus equal 3. So that means now that x is now 8. And then subtract and assign. So we can say x is minus equal. So it means that now x is now a 6. Sorry, we can just say 2 then. Then if we multiply and assign, we can have x multiply equal, let's say 2. So that means that x is now 12. And then divide and assign. So we could say x divide equal 3. So that means now x is 4. And then if we modulus and assign, so that means now x is 1. We can even go further with exponentiation and assign. That means now x is now 1, which is 1 to the power of 2. Now the comparison operators are used to compare two values. So they return a Boolean value, true or false, based on whether the comparison is true. Okay, so let's do a couple of examples on. So let's say we have age. Let age 25. Now if we log console.log that age, so this is equal to so this will actually give us true. It will display true because age is 25. Now we can also use strict equal to, which is strict equal to. So this will check both the value and the type. So this checks both the value and the type, meaning the data type. So for example, we can say console dot log age is 25. So this will give us true. I mean, if we quickly look at it, should actually give us true, and you can actually see gives us true. But if I were to say console.log age is 25, so they should give us false. Then you can actually see that it's actually giving us false because the type is not okay, or the type is not the correct type. Immediately you put something on the quotation, that means it becomes a string. It's no longer a number, right? Hence it's giving us false, right? And then we have not equal to age, and then not equal to 30, so they should give us true. And then we also have the strict not equal to, so they should give us true as well, right? And then we have greater than, age is greater than 20, so they should give us true. And then less than, age is less than 20, oh, so they should give us false. Then we have greater than or equal to, age greater or equal to 25, so this should give us true. Then we have less than, you can say age is less or equal to 25, so they should give us true as well. Then we have logical operators. Logical operators are used to perform logical operations, so they return a Boolean value and are typically used with a Boolean logical values. So we've got logical operators. Now the first one that let's create is adult, which is true, has license. Now with the logical, so this will give us false, because how it works is that both the conditions must be true. That's how AND works. Both conditions must be true. And then the logical OR, one of the conditions must be true, and then this will give us true because one of the conditions is true. Then we have logical NOT, so this should give us false because it negates the value. Then we have a ternary operator. Now a ternary operator is a shorthand for if-else statement. So it takes 3 operands and returns one of 2 values based on the condition. Now for a ternary operator, we can say can vote. So if we log console.log can vote, so they should give us yes. It should actually give us yes. So if we look at it, then we can actually see that it's giving us yes, because the age is 20, and it's either hot or cold. And then if we log the weather, then it will tell us that it's actually hot because it's 35 degrees. Now these operators are fundamental in JavaScript, and they are widely used in different programming tasks, from basics arithmetic to complex logical operators. So just understanding how they work and how to use them effectively is crucial for writing an efficient and readable code.